accomplices.
Zoo.
I'm Artemis.
Shonatona.
We've got a coach interview going on. Currently, everybody's team's in different place, so how do you
We're good. We're top 8. 1-1 versus Marigold right now. Going in game 3.
Yeah, we are in our semifinal now against Ole Miss. We haven't lost yet, so that's good. Expecting that trend to continue.
Our trend was the exact opposite. We went TSM 2020, 0-6, but really good experience for the guys and the girls.
Yeah, for sure. Well, as the coaches, obviously you're looking towards winning. So what do you feel, either on your team or the opponent's team you face, is kind of a major improvement?
I noticed that Harrisburg has improved a lot from QFest. I thought that they actually made a roster change because they looked like it was a totally different team. So that was pretty surprising for me. And then also Maryville, I expected them to be better. They seemed to be the same, if not a little bit worse than they were at Harrisburg. So those are the two teams that set up.
Yeah. I'd say sleeper team is definitely pretty Northwest. I mean, like Winthrop and them looked pretty good, but they were consistently like beating or putting up really good games versus good teams. I think their belt leader, it's a kid that's like fresh out of high school, 18 years old, and he plays like really good like hyper carries. He plays like lane bullies and he plays mages, so he's like pretty well rounded for such a young kid. Yeah, and then I definitely, I hadn't really seen Fisher play all year. I hadn't really seen, schools like OC play too much this year, so just kind of like getting a read on that and seeing what their skill levels are.
I'd say Oklahoma Christian for me was one that was like on the radar, but I didn't think they were like really going to do well. But they like threw some really good fights. Individual players, I think for me, Castle at GVU is. I know someone that like other people have talked about before, but that guy right there is. He's going to be making some big moves, and I think the rest of the team will play around him. He'll do really well this year.
I think it's so fun sometimes when you look at a tournament, sometimes you kind of lose for that specific tournament. So you feel there's been any specific picks or bands that really been moving for this tournament today?
I think that we have our own pretty well-defined meta. Like, we do a really good job of figuring out what's good for us in practice, and then I don't like to deviate from that too much based on like what we see from other teams. So I think I've been surprised. I've seen Oriana left open a lot, especially like I know in Ole Miss's series, I think they got in 2 games on that side, which I think is really weird. That's great. Yeah. Usually it's a B1, and then also I've been seeing a ton of Gyro Public, and we're getting it on both sides. I figured that would be more contested than it is. So I think the teams. I mean, if we're thinking of like the theoretical, like perfect meta, I think a lot of teams have kind of a tweak. I think that like Oriana Gyro would be stick out, but there's not been a lot of really convincing drafts. I think. Yeah. But we're just gonna keep doing.
I mean, we're the same way. We have a really clear like team identity. Our players are, we're a really new team. I think our top side map has like a year of competitive experience total. So like, I know QFest was my jumpers' first ever league tournament, like period. He's played like semi-pro Rainbow Six and top 500 Overwatch and stuff like that. So he's like a gamer for sure. But he's really like raw on the league side of things. But yeah, we have a really defined like system, really defined meta for ourselves. I'm a very firm believer of like the more surface area you try to cover, the less depth you get. So like I'm way more focused on like teaching depth as opposed to covering surface area. I feel like that leads to like higher levels of confidence, and like handle pressure better, all that sort of jazz. And then once you get trumped at your identity completely, then that's when you make adjustments and you go from there. But we're not really the team that like plays like 100 different things. I would say we're definitely on the Ori Zyricon train for sure. We played GDU 6 games in the past 2 days, and we had 6 games of Blue Side, and all 6 of our games included either Ori, Zyricon, or Jinx. So we got Ori 3 games in a row.
It's pretty nice. I would say that the thing about the meta though at like Collegiate level is like sometimes champion pools really become into play because like for like our team, we have like a ragtag bunch of people. It's not like our real team, and then we have champion through rotation. So there's not a lot. I think what I like about like land metas and stuff is like someone's gonna try to find like the one thing that makes them do better. Like,
All right. Well, final question. Obviously, you probably next week tournament is the first year. So,
Making sure all the students hit Dean's List at the end of the semester. We're playing an ACL right now. We're kind of like middle of the pack right now, which is really good practice. And we're just finishing up the semester, just getting our reps in systematically and we're aiming for top 8, top 4 seed. So we'll see if we can get there.
Yeah. Well, I'm expecting to win this tournament. I don't want to jinx us, but I think we'll win based on what I've seen from other teams and what I've seen from us. And we've been kind of maintaining since Harrisburg. Like we grinded really hard for that tournament. We hit a really nice peak. Since then, it's only been about 6, 7 weeks, maybe 5 weeks. So we took like a short break from Q, and then we were at the same time playing in like a bunch of these like online leagues. We're playing like Nace and like Aegis and ACC. I think so we're in 3 weeks right now, so we've been getting a lot of stage games, but not necessarily high quality practice because a lot of teams are kind of there's a lot of very strong skills. So we've been getting our reps, but we haven't really been able to scrim on top tier teams. So we've just been kind of in like a maintenance phase for the past month or so, and we've been able to maintain our form. So after this tournament, we'll probably look to rest our guys and take a bit of a break, not scrim so much, and then start to ramp up against the next one, especially around holidays.
holidays is fine.
You gotta anticipate the rest time so that you can push in the spring.
Yeah, and I think obviously each program like has different aspirations. Like for these guys, like I expect them to be top 8, and kind of going with what Tanner was saying earlier. Just we want to build more depth to where like they feel like they accomplish something rather than just like this is something I do. This is something I enjoy. Right, so for us, CELO will be interesting. I wait to see. I think it's the most competitive CELO that we've seen for top 32 ever, and it's we have high quality coaches. It's like 10 schools, and most of them are represented here right now. And outside of that, I'm super excited for CELO.
Thank you guys.
Thanks.